I know as a collective, we are being asked to slow down, focus on what is important to us, and the things that are not important to our life, they need to just go away or fall away. And the one thing that I have struggled with is control, trying to control the process, how things work, um, and which in this new energy that we're in, that's no longer supports who I am today. So I'm quickly reminded when I go into my masculine, action oriented side, I'm reminded by my own spirit to calm down. So last week, on Thursday, I was taking my dogs for a walk. I had been upset about not being able to record. I was storing some energy, and I really just wasn't feeling great about myself, my situation, and was just really beating myself up. And I just reminded myself that it is okay. All of the things that I've gone through is a part of my transformation process. I was working, 60, 70 hours a week in my insurance business, just because you never get a day off. You work, you know, 4 days a week, even though you delegate a lot of the things. Again, I had control issues there, and I had a difficult, when we had the claims, I had a difficult time handling the volume and the stress that came with it and the heartbreak of what my customers were experiencing, which is why I left my insurance business because it no longer aligned with who I am. So today we're going to go ahead and start off by clearing the energy. And we're going to go ahead and try to light this. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my fire to let my. If I don't burn my fingers to light my Palo Santos. Okay. So while we're cleansing our energy space, I just want you to think of something that you want to cultivate more into your life, and we'll set an intention. For me, I'm cultivating more acceptance and forgiveness into my life. Forgiveness for myself, for the times that I try to control situations and am reminded humbly by twisting your ankle, um, that when I go into my masculine, that is not healthy for me. Women, when we start going into our action side, and I'll give you a good example. If you're in a relationship and or you have a job, okay, and you're chasing the job and you're doing everything you can, but it doesn't seem to work. And so you kind of have to go back to the drawing board to figure out why it's not working and how can you change it so that it does align with who you are. So for me, forgiveness is definitely something that has been hard for me, to provide, and not for others, but for myself. Because, I struggled with with self-worth issues, as a lot of us do. I wasn't trained, I wasn't taught proper skills and techniques. So today we're going to cultivate more of our own essence through forgiveness. And we're going to cleanse our space via sound as well, to kind of invite in the energy of forgiveness. Okay. Thank you. And our oracle for today, cards, we have two of them, is Legacy of Light and Focus on the Light. And as I have gone through my awakening and my transformation, I have come to understand that it's my job to help heal my generational trauma, not just for myself, but for my entire family, for my children and their children's children. And, you know, my legacy of life is something that has been passed down from generation to generation. As I'm learning to cultivate more of my own inner divine feminine essence through shamanic teachings and going to mentors that can help guide me, assist me, and provide me with tools so that I can carry on my legacy, so that I can clear the energy for my daughter and her children and her children's children. Because as of today, I see a lot of my behaviors and my mannerisms in my daughter. Why? Because she is aware of the trauma, but isn't really aware of the trauma. And my daughter, I kept her pretty sheltered. Okay, she was sheltered and loved. So she doesn't have as much healing as I do, because I sheltered her from experiencing any of the things that I had to go through as a kid. So, and focusing on my own light has been very difficult to do in the past because I didn't have the right tools. So meditation, the breath work, the Qi Gong, all help me focus on how to continue my legacy and using my light, my gifts, my talents to help as many people as I can move energy in your body. Because guilty as sin, we're just going to call the kettle black. I started to go into my action side. And when women go into their action side or their, masculinity, and they're taking too much action, we start creating testosterone. And for women, generating generating more testosterone could lead to aggression, anger, getting mad, upset, being out of balance, popping off when you don't normally do that. And I was gently nudged that I needed to focus on my own light. I was focusing too much on the future of, where Lynn coaching is going and how I'm going to get through the hurdles that I'm to experience over the next 2 months. Well, the next 4 months, because I have, I'm closing a chapter and I'm basically starting a new beginning. And patience has been a big, big, big factor. So Legacy of Light says, we're going to see what it says. So it says, you are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you. Your ancestral lines, not only in blood, but also in spirit. Perhaps these are beings that have been inspired and motivated you to live as a sacred rebel from your heart with the belief in yourself. The more you are nourished by this legacy of light from your past, the more you become a bearer of legacy for those that will be supported of your light in the future. This is a sacred endowment from the great universal source of light to humanity. It is the light of the wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love, and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence in the world, to be like the sun, radiant and unapologetic of your nature. And in the past, I was ashamed of giving up my business and going from making $300,000 a year to damn near I'm going to be honest, pennies of what I was making, a third of that. And that is okay because I know the things that I had to let go of in order to gain the beautiful gifts that I have received 100% have been to my betterment. Did it feel like it when I was going through that dark night of the soul? Hell no. And in fact, I don't know if you guys know, but right now, Chiron is in retrograde until December. And I have explained Chiron is the wounded warrior energy. And what it is designed to do is to bring up anything from the past that is unresolved. Yes. And I have Chiron in my spirituality house. I have it in my career house. And I also have it in my family and home life, which pretty much explains all of the things that I've been experiencing. And the beauty is knowing that these energies are happening allows me to better prepare and understand that I'm going to have things coming up out of nowhere, and I just need to let the energy go and release, because in the past I was taught to hold everything down. I thought it was not I thought it was a person wasn't being brave if they cried or they showed emotion. I was such a what I thought was a badass, but I was the biggest coward because I didn't even feel my own emotions. I just took it down and just kept going. And today that no longer works. It says the Oracle of the Legacy of Light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have made or soon will make is one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path and healing growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. If you are being asked about a particular question and drew this card, then that is a part of the answer to your question. It is that issue at hand is at one of most important to your spirituality growth. Even if it seems like relatively insignificant question. It says the energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more, to know that all is well, no matter what happens to be, and to ask for help and believe that you deserve to receive it. And in the past, when I was allowing everyone else's chatter to intervene with my own authenticity, and I allowed them to take my power, I struggled with this. It says the legacy of life also asks you to call on unconditionally loving support that exists for you every day. This light will offer you all manner of assistance. To not call upon it is like starving because you believe that you have no means to acquire food. Whilst a feast lays before your eyes. If only you would partake of it. Perhaps you worry that you are asking too much of those who wish to assist you. However, this is a mistaken belief. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do. When they are embraced from their purpose to assist with spiritual growth of humanity through unconditional love, they too become part of the legacy of light, shining bright with love and helping illuminating the world. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and humans does mean that there will be some very dark moments on your path, aka the dark night of the soul. This oracle affirms that you are coming from love with the pure intention to simply live your life and do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. You are being asked to avail yourself of the help that is awaiting your request so that your light can become part of the greater shining legacy of divine brilliance made to manifest upon earth. It says this oracle is also guiding you to something in your family history or spiritual ancestry that is relevant to you now. Your spiritual ancestry can be recognized through the traditions and cultures you have you are intrigued by and interested in. They do not have to be the same spiritual traditions that you were raised with in this lifetime, although they may be. The influence of your family history or spiritual tradition may be encouraging and constructive, but it may also be holding you back. Sometimes we unintentionally absorb the hidden fears of our parents or our religious upbringing, such as the belief that dreams cannot manifest or that we have to compromise to the point of losing what makes us truly feel alive. Which is true, because I was in the position 2 years ago when all this started to happen where I felt lost. I had all the money in the world, I manifested my dream life, and I didn't see anything beyond that. So it says, if you can relate to this, or you want healing, just in case it has happened beyond the level of your conscious awareness, simply complete the healing process below. You are involved in a group project. It's asking you to stay true to your heart of why you began working together in the first place and seek assistance, protection, and guidance from the source of all that loves you unconditionally. You can do this through the healing process. All right. So we're going to do this healing process, and then if we have time, we will discuss the focus on the lights. But I understand what that, I genuinely, and it's such a beautiful card, and I have a fascination with sunflowers, and it has this beautiful sunflower on it. All right, so let's do this healing process. Let's place our hand. We're going to place our left hand over our heart. Through unconditional love, I am open to receive the support, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to manifest the legacy of light that shines through me now. I release any conscious or unconscious attachments to beliefs or relationship patterns that hold me back from fully shining my light brightly in the world. I ask that my creative journey be aligned with my spiritual path and blessed for the greatest good. So be it. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our hands up. We're going to go ahead and put our hands in a lotus mudra like this, and we're going to basically bring it down to our hearts. So it is. All right. So, breathwork techniques we are going to be doing today. The first breathwork exercise we are going to be doing is a 5x5x5 block work breathing exercise. And with this, you'll breathe in for 5 counts, hold for 5 counts, and breathe out for 5 counts. We're going to breathe in through our nose, and we are going to exhale everything out through our mouth. Okay? If you have issues that might trigger you, please just do a 5x5 where you just breathe in for 5 and you breathe out for 5. All right, so here we go. Breathing in, hold, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Last one, guys. Breathing in. This one we're going to hold as long as we can. Sip it in a little bit. All right. The second breathwork technique we are going to do is the breath of fire. And with that, you're going to place your hand on your diaphragm, and we are basically just going to be breathing in our nose shallow and then breathing out forcefully. So And how you can tell that you're doing it properly is if your diaphragm pops in and out right here. You can actually feel it, which is why we're placing our hands there. We're going to complete this for 30 seconds. So without further ado, let's get this done. Okay. Relax your shoulders, guys. One more breath. Out. All right. I need to put my ankle out straight a little bit because it's still really sore. And it's still swollen. So, yeah, I've been nursing it every day and giving it love and just reminding myself that healing is a process and that, all injuries do heal. And I'm very thankful for the message from my higher self to slow the hell down. And that when I allowed the creativity to flow through me without trying to control and force it, everything is as it's supposed to be. So, is that an easy lesson? Hell to the no, and it's hard. So, the next one we're going to do is the Wim Hof breathing, and I've got to hold my leg again. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn sideways. So, we're going to kind of basically breathe in through. We're going to be using our mouth, okay? So, what you're going to do is you're going to go. And basically, this takes some time and effort to continue. So if you feel like you are not doing it properly, just readjust and just keep it in mind. Just do it the best that you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in this way for 3 counts. And we're for 4 breaths. On the 4th breath, we're going to hold it as long as we can and squeeze everything real tight, and then we're going to release the energy. And we'll repeat that 2 times, all right? So basically, this is going to be basically coming from your belly. Okay, so this is basically some belly breathing. So here we go. Next one, we're going to hold in, hold, squeeze, let everything out. I just want you to check in with yourself. See if you can feel the energy that is being released. And a lot of times, if you complete this breathwork technique for 3 to 5 minutes, this is a great way to connect to your higher self. So let's do it again. Here we go. So let's get ready. We're going to go ahead and breathe everything out. Breathe in through our mouth. And once you perfect it, you'll feel it kind of like wave breathing. Last one. We're going to breathe in one more time and hold. Hold. Squeeze. Exhale. For me, I feel a little lightheaded. I feel some energy right here and some energy in my throat. So, awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get to our 2-minute Qi Gong because my dogs are going to get rowdy. It's time for the park. All right, so with this, we're going to go ahead and clap our hands 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Modifications, you're going to basically lift your arm up. You're going to put your hand like this, and you're going to basically press up into your armpit. And you're basically trying to get the energy stored in your underarm armpit crease. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other side. 1. This is no modification. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, we're moving along to our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it is awfully busy for a Monday morning. We're going to move to our feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And that hurts extremely bad on my left ankle where I have energy stored. So you guys want my honest opinion? I felt the vibrations. All right, repeating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Modification on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. So, guys, that wraps up our 3 breathwork techniques and our 2-minute Qigong for today, as well as our oracle. We have about 3 minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and read the focus on the lights, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the day. And as always, I greatly appreciate you guys just sitting with me every day and trying to learn a little bit more about yourself, taking these new skills and techniques that I'm teaching you, put these in your health toolkit, or your tool belt, because I promise you, you will thank yourself later as things come up. All right, so it says, focus on the light. A tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intentions grow, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, or inspiring. And I'm just going to say that is a welcome energy, because I have been so closed off. I have literally been battling the gremlins in my closet and my subconscious mind that have controlled me for so long that I'm like, no more. This journey is going to be based from my heart. And it says, you may be startled that this interplay of light with your heart invokes many successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of the light grows strong and its effects becomes more palatable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world, aka making me, I had too much stuff going on. I wasn't paying attention and I was rushing. And I was being advised to slow down because I was going into my masculine side. You may feel uncomfortable or feel out of depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to any resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it's needed. Boom. Why do we do Qigong every day? To release our energies, to allow it to release and flow through us so that we don't store it. As children, we don't understand that because we're living in an environment that we can't control. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow else to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be working of the great light of love, flowing through your pure heart and touching the world. Even if the light that is drawn to you and flows through you has dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep up. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of life. You have permission to be appreciated, um, appreciative of the light, and to enjoy it as it comes to focus and really what matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. So sometimes success can be more like a powerful mirror and shining searchlight as it shows up what was already with someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense and amplifies and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even a greater attainment. So, with that said, it's just reminding us to focus on the foundation and that it has to come from the heart. Because anything that is created through the heart and brain coherence connection, which is basically heart led, our heart is our number one brain, our brain is our number two brain, which is why it gets us in so much trouble. If we are building a life based on our passion and what we enjoy doing and our gifts, our talents, your talent might just be that you're you're a great individual that people can come to and just listen. Some people are just light bearers. They just have an essence around them where their energy is just magnified and you just feel calm in their essence. I mean, there are so many things that I'm learning even about my own energy. And one of them is when I'm out of alignment, it is mirrored in every aspect of my life until I buck up and change my attitude. And that's something that I've learned, and I'm learning that that is a part of my life's journey. It's part of growing up. So, guys, one last announcement. I have 12 spots for my um, Lionsgate Portal yoga class, which will be hosted August 8th at 7 p.m. It is an hour and a half long class. It will have a simple explanation of why the Lionsgate energy is so important, how we can use this energy and to our advantage. And also, we're going to be doing, an hour long yoga session. It's a vinyasa flow. It's going to be more on the fiery side as we're working with the fire elements. And we're in the season of Leo. And then we're going to finish off with a 15-minute breath work and meditation that I'm going to facilitate. And voila, just like that, I am super, super, super excited. This is my first in-person event, and it will be hosted at the park at my condo, which is located at 33 by the Green. So we'll just meet up here at my house and we'll walk over to the park and we'll get started. I'm really excited because I was supposed to be hosting live yoga classes up to 10 people back in May when I had my yurt. So again, the universe had different plans for me, and I had to release the resistance to those plans in order to pave the way for my new opportunity, and which is here. And I'm super excited, and I would love you guys to join me again. I'll leave the deets below, and you guys have a wonderful day. I miss you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.